Smile through your tears and sorrow. Smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. That's the theme of today, considering how terrible Biodrek performed. There was not much to smile at, more to cry at, especially if you own Sava.
Don't waste your tears.
KT apparently owns Sava. So, many of the viewers of our show own Sava, as do all of us.
Mm-hmm.
That made for an unpleasant day alone, not to mention every other stock that was red. Sava was extremely red, and rightfully so. There was a fireside chat this morning. The CEO, I don't know what he was thinking. He did a fireside chat to tell the world that he's got like zero enrollment in phase 3 study. Not zero, 60 people, but come on.
Yeah, not a lot of data there.
Yeah. Eventually, Mark.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Give it a week or two.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know when the dust is going to settle. Right now, it's a falling knife. So I actually have to admit that I sold 1/3 as it dipped below 35. I knew it was going to go to 35. Remember from the charts, I said 35 all along. Kamal, you remember that?
Yes, I do.
But when it went to 33, and I read very carefully the fireside chat, I said, no, I probably should sell it all and buy it lower. But I sold 1/3. There was something else I wanted to buy, so I bought something else. I bought Verica Pharmaceuticals with that money. I made a swap. So we're going to look at the chart. The chart is ugly, but we're going to look.
Exactly. The hell. Might as well.
Yeah, and Laura's with us, and Tim is with us. A lot of people are feeling the same way I'm feeling. Tim apparently is.
See what happened? It was the way he said it. Is that the problem?
This trial is going to go on forever. He was giving dates in 2023, and might as well have been 2033.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, unless the image of Sava changes greatly, it would help if CUNY clears his professor.
Yeah, I thought that happened already.
Well, apparently not. Yeah, Laura, you're not the only.
Buy. Those are your choices?
I cried and I sold. I didn't buy. I sold a little. Sold a little at 33. But, probably I really felt like selling all, but I didn't.
I did like what Professor Spike does all the time. I held.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. What are you going to do?
Well, I probably will be back one way or the other because I like the prospects of an Alzheimer's drug, and if not this one, it'll be Longeveron, or it'll be Anavex, or it'll be one of them.
The Novus.
I think it's kind of like the gene editing stocks. You have to be in all of them.
And just wait.
Yeah,
and wait. The waiting is the hardest part. Come on.
Yeah, Novus is another one.
Because there's that period where, like, you're already down half your money, and then
I bought. Mark wants to know what I bought. I bought Verica.
VRCA.
Yeah. We'll go over it anyway.
This is better than Sava.
It's hard to believe, but Athesis has more credibility right now than Sava.
Yeah, well, that's why the inequality.
Yeah. It's hard to believe. Let's share screen.
We're in the mall and ain't selling.
It's
Very painful.
very, very painful.
Yeah, well, it's like being a Met fan.
And then you have things looking grim in Ukraine. Doesn't look so promising there.
You should get rid of Tim's comment. True as it is, it's getting in the way of Kamal's beautiful face. Yeah, maybe it's a favor to me. You could look at IWM to see if it's
Sure.
ever going to go low enough to step in.
You know, the averages weren't that bad today. If we take a look at the averages, it seems my portfolio got hit a lot worse than the averages may lend me to believe. I guess Sava had a lot to do with that. But the S&P was down 1.25%, the Dow down 0.8%, the Nasdaq 2.25%, and the Russell 2.3%. Crude oil was down, which I always say is bullish, down 2%. Gold lost, silver lost. Let's look at the 10-year. The 10-year, went up in yield a lot. 6% jump to 2.55%. That's market can't be happy about that. And Bitcoin was down almost 1%. So it was across the board disaster today, pretty much. Spiders, the good thing about today's action is that it made a higher high than yesterday before giving it all back. And it did not take out the low from Friday. So that's not bad. I mean, today is just an ordinary day for the spiders. Not an ordinary day for Dr. J, but an ordinary day for the spiders.
Mine too. I mean, my portfolio was hit much worse than.
Well, you're also heavily biotech, right?
Right, and Amazon and Nvidia, they're all
Well,
got
all
hit.
the technology and biotech. Technology got slammed. That's true. Amazon, Apple, everything got slammed. All right, so Walmart and Target were fractionally up, by the way. So I don't know what that tells you. Maybe it tells you that a recession is on its way. I mean, you always got to keep that in the back of your mind that every so often we're in for a recession. It's normal part of life, so to speak, recessions. And we're due for one. Maybe it's 6 months or a year away, but we're due for one. All right. Let's look at, so what do I think of the spiders? I don't make much out of it. I think we're going higher. Just another day of ups and downs. This was requested yesterday. Kohlberg, whatever they stand for. Kohlberg, I forget already. KKR. The asset investment firm, private equity, whatever they do. They control a lot of money. And their market cap is 50 billion. I don't know how many billion they can control, probably about 500 billion. But let's take a look at the stock. Well, it's coming off lows, but it took out a very key low today. So
Yeah.
I don't like the picture. I'd say we're going down, and we're going down hard on this one. I don't know why. I don't know the fundamentals really. But it got slammed, really slammed today. 4%, taking out the low from last week. The low from last week of 57.29 was taken out. It closed higher, but it was as low as 56.65. I have a feeling it's going to try to close this gap down here And whether it holds, whether it makes a new low or not, I don't know. But it looks to me like it wants to close this gap, give it all back to $52. $52 is 10%. So
Yeah, it's a 10% haircut.
yeah, I could not go into this one right now off this chart. Looks yucky. This is the one that I did buy. I bought it. I think I paid a little bit more. I don't remember, but when I got out of the when I sold some of my Sava, I bought this. I like the fundamentals. I think they dosed the first patient in a basal cell trial. They give an tumoral injection, so a drug to cure basal cell, as opposed to surgery. I like that. If it happens, it'll be tremendous. Of course, it's a ways off. But I like the general areas of dermatology in general. So I took a stab with this one. It was up on a down day when I bought it.
You still have a nice, it's a modest channel forming.
Well, we have
Higher highs and higher lows.
We have the channel from 712 to 879, and yeah, it's a tight range, and it's been like this for 3 months, right? So we broke out of it today, but we came right back in. So we need to close above the 879. Let's see exactly 883. Want to close about $9 before you can get excited about this one, because it's got to break this channel to move up, obviously. But I felt it was a better bet than Sava right now.
But you still have Sava, right? You still have.
I have 2/3 of it. My gut told me get rid of all of it, but I kept 2/3. I kept 2/3. I just hope another shoe doesn't drop that's negative. Then it'll collapse to like single digits.
Wow.
It's scary to be in Sava. I mean, it has potential, enormous potential, but it also has potential to go south. Kind of a risky play at this point. All the other Alzheimer's plays seem less risky. So, the risk reward is still very good. So if you want to stay in it, stay in it. I have not gotten totally out of it. So it's a day by day decision with me whether I stay in or not. What am I looking at? Sava, yeah.
Question is whether that bottom is being broken or whether or not that's a really tight bottom. Yeah, you're right.
So where do we have to go back before we get a lower number than this? Let's look at the weekly. We got to go back to this big green candle, which is sort of bullish, because look where it stopped today, right in the middle of that big green candle. And I like that. That's the only good thing technically that I've seen. On the weekly, it stopped right in the middle of that big green candle. In fact,
I mean, it's like a double whammy. I mean, the market today was terrible as well.
Yes. But you really got destroyed on Sava. I do like the fact that it closed right in the middle, smack in the middle of the big green body, the body of that big candle. So that I like. There is some reason to take solace here. We closed below the 100 week moving average. We closed below that. If we go down further, then I might dump it altogether, because what are we looking at? Maybe down here. Next stop might be like the middle, right around this line, $20. So if it goes below 30 at this point, I might be shook out, or lose another third, shed another third.
Right.
I'll probably regret it, but I don't like this.
It's going to take a while anyway. You'll have plenty of time to change your mind afterwards.
Yeah, I know, and to get back in lower maybe.
Yeah.
So I'm not happy with the action on Sava, to say the least. One good thing is it's up after hours. Another good thing.
Mm.
So maybe we get some kind of a bounce tomorrow off the sell-off. That would be nice, because that might mean that we've hit bottom. If we could close 2-3 points up tomorrow, that would be significant. Tomorrow's action is very important. If we get another red candle tomorrow, that would probably convince me to
look out below,
sell a little more.
Mm.
All right. So much for Sava.
Did you want to look at IWM just to see if the broader market seems to be giving us a message?
Yeah. I also wanted to look at Verica.
Oh, that's right, Verica's. I thought you had looked at it.
Oh, we looked at Verica.
Yeah, we did.
Voyager, we don't need to do Voyager. Apple, take a quick peek at Apple.
Sure.
Well, it closed. It closed. This is the weekly. Let me get back to the data. We have an inside day today, I believe. Bearish candle, no doubt. Bearish, definitely a bearish looking candle. And we'll see what tomorrow brings, but I wouldn't be shocked if we get another day of selling tomorrow in the general market, as well as Apple, Biodrex, just you name it.
Yeah.
We might be in for another day or two of selling. Unless we get headline that something with the war that's
Oh, please. It's so unlikely at this point.
It is unlikely.
Well, because now, with all this talk about war crimes, there really is no place for him to go.
Yeah.
So, I think he's hemmed in. So we're going to be stuck with this for quite a while.
Yeah, I think you're right. What is it, day 43 or something?
Yeah. My question here about this was whether or not we look like we were heading towards those bottoms again.
Well, we have support at the 50, I would think.
Okay. Yeah, around 200. I see that.
Yeah, the 50 is 201.49. And we took out these lows, right? Yeah, so the 50 is what we're looking for to hold. It hasn't been an area of support in the past, the 50. So that's the only thing. It looks to me like it may want to go down. The whole market may want to go down more. These charts iffy.
That they are.
I don't want to turn bearish, but
well, I mean, whatever's going to happen is not going to be very long term. It's just going to be whether or not there's going to be another dip.
Yeah, I think we could get down to like this area of like 196.
Wow.
It doesn't seem unlikely, I know.
Close this little gap. It's a tiny gap, but
I mean, the business news are talking about inflation concerns and signs of recession, like really gloomy news.
yeah, I mean, it could retest some of these lows. It's possible. I know it's only one day, but it was a really gloomy day. So I don't want to make too much out of one day.
Right. I agree.
It's just that it has that potential to come down to this level very easily.
Yeah. Okay.
What else did I put down?
You put down Longeveron,
That was up today.
LGVN.
It was almost like people were leaving Sava and buying LGVN. Well, I guess it wasn't up. At one point it was up when I looked. But it wound up down to my buy signal. Remember I said a buy signal at 1150. So I got there today.
Yeah, it's in the middle of that green candle, but it does look like there's some mo to take it further down.
Yeah, after hours. I don't know if there's news or it just went down in sympathy with the rest of the bio-direct. But this would be my first tranche of entry. I might buy some.
Did you get into this yet? Or you've been waiting?
What's that?
Did you get in yet, or you've been waiting?
Been waiting. I was waiting for 1150.
Yeah, well, maybe you
Looks
should
like
wait.
after hours.
Maybe you should wait for 850.
No, I'm just going to go a little just to make sure. Figuring I'll buy it lower as well, 850, right? 1150 buy some, 850 buy some more if it goes that low. Something like that. Figuring that I very well stand to lose short term on this. I still want in on this one.
Yeah.
Unless there was some negative
news. On your
news.
nibble sign yet, though.
I don't know if there was negative news on this one. Was there negative news?
I'm taking a look real quick. Not particularly.
No negative news?
Well, the last thing I see was the announcement that took it up in the first place.
Okay. Midday Longeveron surges, you see that? So I don't know what turned it around like that. Maybe just some profit taking. What else did we have?
The Walmart and Target.
They were up most of the day. I don't know if they survived the close. Walmart up.
Walmart, anytime it's above $1.50, I'm a happy person.
Yeah, $1.50. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my street way of saying 150.
Right.
$1.50.
It's not a very hopeful candle.
That's the casino way. $5 is a nickel, right?
Right.
Yeah, well, Walmart's looking good. I mean, even though it's been pulling back off the highs, it's making a new high every day. We got how many days in a row? New highs.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row. 6 days in a row. It's on a run. I mean, we said 155. Did it hit that today? 153. I say higher on Walmart. Walmart's bucking the trend. Maybe not for long, but at least for now.
Right.
Target does not look as
it's a
good.
more subtle version of that.
Yeah, Target doesn't look as good. Not nearly as good. Target showing relative weakness compared to Walmart.
Yeah, but over the longer term, I don't know. Yeah.
I'd rather be in Walmart than Target. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, as a momentum. But if you're talking about reversion to the mean, this wouldn't be a bad place to be either.
Yeah. What is there anything else that I wrote, or that was it?
KKR and the spiders. That was it.
Okay. So
Let me see if the audience has any specific requests.
oil stocks, Neo.
Neo.
Ken wants Neo. Tandem has been doing well.
Tandem, yeah, Tandem has actually been after that little hit it took. It's been well above 100.
That guy wants YGMZ.
All right, you want to go for that then?
Why not? YGMZ. YGMZ. $2 stock. It was down 7% today
Wow.
to the 9-day. But it's been moving up nicely off the lows. It's allowed to go down once or twice in between.
Is this one of those dreaded Chinese stocks, given the name?
Oh, this is Chinese?
I don't know, Mingzhu.
Oh, yeah. They're not for me, but maybe somebody else.
Right.
I'm not playing Chinese stocks right now. I'm just sure.
I'm still hoping to at least catch a little bit of breath on Neo.
Yeah, well, Neo's been moving back up a little, right?
Little by little.
We have a nice channel on this.
Yeah.
If you're so inclined to play this, it looks all right. I wouldn't go crazy over it. I don't, again, I don't know the fundamentals, but I'll look at Neo. Ugly candle today.
Yeah, there's your that's the dreaded engulfing red candle.
Yeah, it is an engulfing. And it's come after a little bit of a run. The tech looked weak today. Tesla was weak today. The car makers were weak today. Everything was weak today. It looks to me like there's going to be a continuation of this downslide tomorrow.
Mm.
I don't know what's going to stop it. Tomorrow looks like more of the same as today, but maybe even worse.
Oh God.
Yeah,
I think we're in for some short-term pain, and we could be retesting the lows here.
I was looking forward to April.
I think it's quite
those April showers bring May flowers.
Quite possible we go all the way back down to this $15 level.
Yeah, that wouldn't be nice, but not unexpected.
Things just look ugly to me today, and maybe it's my mood.
Yeah. Right.
I'm not optimistic today.
A couple of hits here and there.
I'm sounding like Arjun, but on the downs, on the
he turned bullish as of late, didn't he?
Maybe he did.
I'm the one who's still a sad sack.
I found one green. Twitter is green today.
My point is, to confirm my suspicions that we're going down, we'd have to have another red candle tomorrow. So tomorrow is pivotal. One day of selling does not a bear market make. It's just that I have this gut feeling looking at the charts. Well, more than the gut feeling, but looking at the charts, it feels like we're in for a little bit of a pullback.
Yeah.
You want to take a quick look at Twitter?
All right.
Well, Twitter doesn't count.
Somebody asked for it. Andrew.
This is all
It
hype.
jumped on the Elon Musk story, right?
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I would be very suspicious right now to Twitter. That's all I can say. My bet for the next 10 points at least would be down, not up. I'd be looking at 41.69, something like this. Right about in here.
Wow.
Twitter does not look like a stock that I would want to buy right now. Unless it drops to 41.58, I'm not interested.
Yeah. Ugly day, man.
Ugly day, and it sure looks like we're going to get another ugly day tomorrow. I just can't.
Yeah.
But the good news is there's still Thursday and Friday to pull us out. Possibly. Or it could be bad the rest of the week. I don't know. Let's see what tomorrow brings. I'm not optimistic from today's action and the charts that I'm looking at. Don't like it. Is there anything that went up today that I could look at to make me feel good?
Any of our stocks that we like?
Any stock.
Albo went up 1%.
Not good enough.
Not good enough, I know.
All right, so that's it for today.
Yep.
I shouldn't have gone on today. I'm not in a good mood.
Yeah, so then tomorrow is a maybe.
I'm not in a good mood. I shouldn't have gone on.
Yeah, Kamal already left.
I
He's
don't
headed to
blame
the
you.
hills.
As always, do your own due diligence. Our opinions are strictly our own and do not constitute investment advice. And subscribe to this channel of doom and gloom.
Yes.
We're
Hopefully.
usually very optimistic, but
Yeah, hopefully the big good news trend will restart after a
I
little
want to
while.
see a green candle, and that'll make me feel better tomorrow. You know, that and a couple of aspirin.
Well, I would recommend booze as your doctor.
Booze, couple of shots of bourbon on the rocks.
There you go. There you go.
Adios,
If
amigos.
the Maya's coming, you can do tequila.
Hasta mañana. Better luck. Maybe we'll get better luck tomorrow.
All right,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye all.